Hello, internet world. It's Lisa here. For a minute, I forgot my name. It's Wednesday and it feels like a Monday. My name is Lisa, for sure. And this is ROCovery Fit. It's on the banner. Where I'm supposed to be. I'm just a few minutes late. I had one of those conundrums. I came out to the gym and it was a mess. And I had to clean it up so I had space to do the workout with you all. My brain was like, what's more important? Showing up on time and being punctual or being prepared? So I chose to clean up the space and be late versus being on time but not paying attention and cleaning up the space. Anyways, life's always full of decisions like that, and I tend to believe there's no right answer. There's certainly wrong answers or less effective answers. There's really no right answer. Both have qualities that are correct. So if you're wondering about a decision or dealing with something, I just want to throw a friendly reminder out there not to be too hard on yourself. Progress, not perfection, right? That's what we say. Anyways, same could be said for workout. Today, you can work at any capacity. It's one of those ones where we work for 30 seconds and then take a break. So what that means is you can go really, really fast, or you can go slower and work on your form. It's kind of like have it your way. You won't need any equipment, but I do recommend having your own music. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started with our warm-up. We're going to start with swinging our arms side to side 10 times to get the blood flowing. And then up and down 10 times. We're going to do the same thing with our legs. I like to hang on to something so I don't fall over on camera. Look silly. Ugh. It's summertime and there's flies everywhere. After you've done forward and back, side to side, you're going to do side to side 10 times. This really opens up that inner hip joint. And then switch to the other leg. Never count on me for counting. I think I do it 10 times, but no guarantees. All right, so like I mentioned, you don't need any equipment, but if you're working on a hard surface like I am, I recommend something soft. I happen to have these pads, but you could use a folded up blanket, a towel, a thin pillow. You don't want anything super squishy or you might fall over. I'm going to change the screen a little bit and put the workout up there. So what we're going to be doing is 12 minutes where we work for 30 seconds, going as fast, as hard, as strenuous as you want, and then we take 30 seconds break. I promise you the first 4 minutes, you're going to be like, Lisa, this workout's too easy. But then after that, it'll start to become more difficult. Oh my goodness. Difficult just at figuring out where to stand. But we're really going to be working our whole body. So the shoulder taps are in a push-up position, and you tap your shoulders. Now, if you want to make them more difficult, one, make sure you're in a plank, and two, don't let your hips rock. So stay nice and still while you do it. That works shoulders, but also core. The next one is tuck-ups. So you're going to be in that banana position we talk about, so it's getting rid of this curvature in your spine by pulling your belly button in, and then from here, you pull your knees into your chest. Kind of like boat pose if you're doing yoga. And then last but not least, my personal favorite, we want to work our legs, both the quads and hamstrings, which means doing, there we go, I'm confused again. Doing high quality squats. So feet about hip width apart, and then you want to send your hips down just below the knees, send the knees out, and stand up. If your squats look like this, that's okay. I'm just going to recommend that you put a chair behind you so that you have something to get you a little deeper. So you would sit down on the chair and then stand back up. Let me know if you have any questions before we get started. Not only do I have flies, I have this guy on my shoe. I was trying not to freak out while I was talking about the workout. Like, what the heck is that bug? I don't know. Ah! Ah! I know at ROCovery we support the outdoors. I'm all for bugs in the outdoors, but when they're in my house, I go crazy. Deep breaths. I'm sorry that you all had to see that. I'm trying to get rid of all this stuff, but I don't know how. And I give up. Let's just do the workout. That's what we're here for. You beasts out there, I know there's a couple of you. If you want to make this extra hard, put on a weighted vest. Everything becomes more difficult. All right, we're going to start in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. So begin with the chest taps. I'm choosing to go slow and work on form. You can just whale them out if that's what you're in the mood for today. Ten more seconds. And go ahead and rest. Next, we're going to have tuck-ups. You should really feel it in your whole core. Think of pulling your belly button down your spine or maybe your ribs to your hips. Let me turn this way so I can see the clock. 3, 2, 1, and go. Ten more seconds. And rest. Next, we have squats. It'll end up being 4 rounds, so we're just finishing up our first round. It's really hard to talk while you're doing core work. I'm out of breath. At least I'll blame it on the core work. Not that I haven't been doing conditioning. Hopefully you have music on and you're not hearing my knees. That's what that crunching noise is. Welcome to life over 35. Ten more seconds. Oh, I can't read clocks either. We went an extra 10 seconds. Figures, it would be on the squats. And next we're doing chest steps. Five seconds. part of the workout where you start to feel that 30 seconds. And like you really need that rest in between to catch up. I like to breathe every third breath into my belly and calm my heart rate down. And then that allows me to put it right back up if I want to on the next piece, which will be tuck-ups. Squats. This time I'll remember. 30 seconds. Five more seconds. And go. Another useful tip is to try to keep your feet really flat, almost like you're grabbing the floor with your toes and staying planted in your heels at the same time. 5 more seconds. And we are halfway done. Big deep breaths. Next, we're gonna do chest taps. Get those shoulders ready. And go. And rest. One more set of chest taps and we're done with those. Oh, I keep doing this, facing the wrong way. Did I say it was like a Monday on a Wednesday? For real. All right, 3, 2, 1, and go. Those are more difficult. That's good. It means we're putting in the work. Big deep breaths. Think happy thoughts. Three, 2, 1, and go ahead. This time the squeaking noise is the wood on the floor, not my knees. Or both. Maybe it's a symphony. The symphony of the aged. 10 seconds. Good. All right, this is our last round, which which means it's time for you to decide, should you go a little bit faster and get more of a workout? Should you stay right where you are? Or maybe you're really out of breath, you might want to slow it down. So listen to your body and your own goals, and use those as guides. I think I'm going to stick with the same pace. No more chest taps, unless you choose to do them for fun later on. To each their own, right? Finally, on the last round, I remembered to look the right way. All right, get ready for your last set of pickups. And go. Ten more seconds. All right, last set of squats. Big deep breaths. I think I'm saying that for me more than for you, but I hope it helps. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. Three, 2, 1. We did it. Go ahead and grab some water. And we're going to stretch. Sorry if that made anyone dizzy. All right. Get rid of the workout. Okay. So hopefully you've caught your breath. I mildly have, but we don't need to talk about that. The next stretch we're going to do is really great for hip flexors. So if you drive a lot, or maybe your work has turned to virtual and you're sitting more often, maybe you've always sat a lot, this one's really good. Gets your psoas and your hip flexors. So there's 2 versions. You're going to start with your hands out in front of you, and you pull your elbows in so they're just under your shoulder. You want a straight line there. And from here, you pull your elbows, so you don't actually move them, but you kind of like put your palms into the floor, retract your shoulder blades, lean your head back. Now, if that's not enough of the stretch, you can go back to the front, pull your hands in so your wrist is under your shoulder, and then from here, press up and lean back. You should feel it in your lower back, your hip flexors, your psoas. You can push the tops of your toes down into the floor. From here, you're gonna lower. We're gonna do half cross, which means you get to lay on your side, ooh, my favorite, and You're gonna put your arm out in front of you. Again, you want your shoulder nice and stacked. So pull your shoulder blades together, don't big slump. And then once it's here, your body's in a straight line, your hips are stacked. Put your arm over your head. You take a deep breath in. And then on the exhale, you just roll over. Or flop. One more big deep breath. Roll out of it to the other side. So laying down, you want your arm at a 90-degree angle from your body. Hips stacked, arm overhead, deep breath in, and roll over and breathe out, and relax. You want to try to have your body nice and flat, parallel with the floor. One more big deep breath. And roll out of it. That's it for fitness and stretching. But it doesn't have to be. So one thing I want to throw out there is September's coming up. So if you've been following our page, you know we've been doing recovery talks around suicide prevention and awareness, which we have another one at 10 a.m. this Friday, which if you don't get the chance to watch it live, definitely go back and watch the video. It's a really unique panel talking about mind, body, and spirit and the connection between that and mental health and wellness. You can also register for the Power of One. It's a walk put on by the Veterans Administration. It's totally free. We have the flyer on our page. But basically, to support the causes that put their time, energy, and finances into preventing veteran suicide, they're having this walk in September, and you can either walk 20 miles or walk 20 days in the month of September. So walking is great for your health, and it's a wonderful cause. Not to mention, you could count the miles you run for our 5K and preparation for it towards your Power of One miles. So you could really essentially, I don't want to say kill two birds with one stone, because it's really about life, like life-saving services. So, I don't know, increase life with lots of running all at once. Gosh, that was awkward. If someone has a better way to explain that, definitely message me. I'll use it on our Facebook page. But whether you do or don't, I love and appreciate you all, and I will see you next Wednesday.